Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of August 15th. Now Leo, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Leo. I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also, the scammers are back. I do not do personal readings. I will not send you a message, so do not get scammed. And all right, let's make sure everything's in view here. Do hope you're doing well, Leo. Hope things are going good for you. And then we'll get right into this. Okay, I think that's just about good enough to me. We'll take 3 of these Keepers of the Light Oracle card decks here. Cards from the deck. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands represents some type of burden in your life. This person here is kind of struggling to hold these wands. You could say that they're sort of like fighting an uphill battle or kind of going through some sort of struggle. The thing is, the Ten of Wands is a completion. It says that you have reached the end of something important here. And it could be work-related. Wands is the suit of work. It could also be something relating to creativity. This is a card that does warn you to be careful about issues around burnout in your workplace or just in life generally, and to maybe even note areas of your life where you may be engaged in burnout in some ways. And so those are the sort of things that are coming to mind here so far for you, Leo. But let's go ahead and let's see what this might be around. So in the overall situation, you do have the Seven of Cups, and this represents some type of like overwhelming situation. So I do think that there's a message around burnout for some Leo people here. I think that there might be a little bit of, some of you may be feeling overwhelmed right now. The thing is, the Seven of Cups can also represent like just having a lot of options or having an abundance of choice or abundance of options in your life, and that's certainly a good thing. Again, though, it's this idea that maybe there's a little confusion or overwhelming feeling as well. It does say to be careful around maybe getting into speculative thinking in life, speculation, because something just might not be completely clear to you right now. And so that could be like speculating in love, speculating in the markets. Obviously not financial advice, but it is something that just I've seen come forward when you look at the Seven of Cups. So there could be something like that here where you're maybe forecasting a little bit too far into the future around something as well. That's something that's maybe coming into my mind. But some of you have a bunch of cards here of hard work, okay? And I think that this is probably the most prominent message for Leo people here with the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor. These are all cards that can indicate hard work, being overwhelmed, being burdened, being having burnout. And I think that some of you may be going through that right now. Now, in the past, you have the Seven of Wands, you have the Page of Cups, and you also have the Two of Pentacles here. So the Seven of Wands, this person here is sort of maintaining their ground or maintaining their position. They are fending off the competition or even just sticking up for themselves or sticking up for what they know to be true for them. You can't see it here, but there are 6 people holding wands coming after this person. It's because they want what this person has. In the past year, you've clearly been successful. Okay, Seven of Wands suggests that you've been successful. First, it comes after the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a major success. But in life, many times, with competition comes success, or I should say, with success comes competition. And so some of you here have certainly been successful in the past. And I think some of you are like, well, what gives? Like, why do I have to, there's nothing wrong with me being a successful person. And I think maybe some of you have had to deal with, kind of energy like that here. This could have also been in areas of love where it's like the Page of Cups represents a potentially romantic offer or some type of love offer as well. It can talk about like a new beginning kind of forming in love. in that the Page of Cups may be communication related to love. So like, let's go out and get coffee, or like, let's meet up and go for a walk, or whatever the case may be. It can be situations like that. And you have it here with the Seven of Cups, which again, the Seven of Cups with the Page of Cups, for me, that represents there's a lot of love opportunities here that have maybe shown up here for you in the past in your life. And it's almost like maybe there are like even people, this is strange, but maybe there are even people competing over you, Leo, or in the past there have been people competing over you. But I almost feel like some of you have your eyes on one person, because you have the Ace of Cups here as well in the current situation in the row of your thoughts. Or maybe the person that you have eyes for as well has a lot of competition around, like maybe they have a lot of love, they have a lot of different love interests as well. Something like that, strange story, but that's certainly coming in here. Then you have this Two of Pentacles as well. The Two of Pentacles talks about potentially changes happening in your life, typically in your financial life in some ways. By default, it's a good change, but it does say that there's like, it does say that maybe, there's money coming in, money coming out, or, kind of just, fluctuations in your material situation, or just in life generally. There have clearly been changes here for you, and I definitely feel like some of you have had to really stand your ground on something as it relates to work, and then for some of you as it relates to a love interest. Now, in the current situation, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Eight of Pentacles here. So, so this upper row is the row of your thoughts, and you have this Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is the new beginning that forms kind of the potentially a new partnership or some sort of new love life for you. The Page of Cups is like communication on this new formation. And so, you've clearly got somebody in your mind here, or somebody has you in their mind. It really just depends. And what's interesting is there's a little bit of confusion around this connection with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It may be related to, like, maybe you think that they have a lot of love interests, or they think that you have a lot of love interests, or some of you just need to get clarity around something as it relates to this person that you have as it relates to this person that's on your mind here, with the Ace of Cups in the upper row and then the Seven of Cups in the middle. Some of you need to get a little bit of clarity here, is what I feel like saying. This can be as simple as having a simple conversation with this person, something like that going on. And I think that this would really solve some of this issue around like confusion and burden, or this feeling of like carrying a burden, or confusion here for sure. Now, on the work front, you do have this Eight of Pentacles as well. Eight of Pentacles is somebody who is like extremely talented. This is the most talented person in the room. It's the most talented card in the room, or in the tarot, I should say. The Eight of Pentacles says that you have an extreme skill, talent, gift, or ability that will always keep you well provided for. But this person's also working extremely hard. Okay, when you get the Eight of Pentacles. And so again, going back to like the work side of things, it's like you clearly have put yourself in a really good position here where your foundation is one of success, with the Seven of Wands in the past, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. And now it's almost like some of you are really wondering, like, how do I continue this? How do I keep this up? How do I keep going with this? What I would say is just trust what you feel in terms of like how you should handle this situation, okay? How you should handle how to keep going here, because you've clearly been able to do this in the past. I also think that you have maybe even somebody's like admiring you in the way that you work. And I don't mean this in a romantic way, but I feel like there are some eyes on you in that there are some eyes on you in that people look up to the way that you kind of do your work day in and day out. And this may feel like it's competition for some of you here. That's also something that I feel like is coming in for some of you, where it's like people want to replicate your success, is what I feel like saying. In the future, you have the Hanged Man, you have the Emperor, and you also have the Hermit here. So you have all three major arcanas showing up here in the future, which is absolutely interesting. Yeah, we didn't have any major arcanas before this, so it is interesting to see this show up here. So the future has some big energy for you here with three major arcanas showing up, some big events in the future for you, Leo people. So the thing is, the Hanged Man says that at the end of the day, sometimes you have to give something up to get something else. Sometimes you have to sort of just let go. It's a major energy of letting go. And the Hermit is somebody who's sort of on this solo path or this solo journey in life to acquiring knowledge. This person is typically likes to take some time to retreat from the world and recharge their battery or recharge their energy. It gives them space to think. I think that maybe some of you, there's a situation where you need to take a step back here in the future, and this will solve whatever issue that you have around being overwhelmed, being burnt, engaging in burnout, and then this confusing feeling. I think some of you maybe just need to take like inventory of the energy that you're taking on. So something that's coming to mind, if you do like lunch with somebody like every other day, and this person's just like constantly negative, it's like maybe you need to pack your lunch to work, or maybe you need to go take lunch by yourself somewhere, because it's almost like some of you are taking inventory of something here, and you're realizing that there's somebody else's energy that you need to separate yourself from, with this idea of letting go, this idea of needing isolation. And then you also have this Emperor card, which the Emperor is definitely a major omen of success in business situations. The Emperor is an extremely successful person, and it's it's this idea of like authority, leadership, stability, structure, hard work. All of those sorts of things make the Emperor successful. And again, it's almost like some of you here, there are people who look up to the way that you work and the way that you do things. So yeah, definitely like to see what we have here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these three oracle cards. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right, so you have Krishna, devotion, trust your spiritual guidance, your commitment has been recognized, you are loved unconditionally. You have Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. And then you also have Diana, focused intention, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. So there's something here around desire showing up, desire and focus. Focus and then desire is coming in. Focus on what you desire, think about what you desire. Both of these are showing up here. And then after that, committing yourself to it unconditionally. It's hard for me to say what this is around. I think for some of you, this is around a relationship. I think some of you are focused on that. I think some of you desire to have a fulfilling love life or a fulfilling relationship here. I also think some of you are like, how can I get out of the mountain of work that I've put myself in, or how can I make work fun again? There's like that type of desire I think is also coming in for many of you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot cards here. So you have the Star, you have the Fool, you have the Knight of Wands, Five of Cups, Page of Wands, and you also have the Strength card. Okay, wow, big energies showing up here with, well, first of all, we have your energy showing up here, Leo. There might be a move here for some of you with the Knight of Wands and the Strength card. Strength is the Leo energy. The Knight of Wands can come forward when there's like literally a relocation in the cards, or like a changing of zip code, or it could also just be, obviously not everybody's going to be moving. So this can also represent you moving to a different area of your life. Like you might be changing your job, or which actually, now that I look at it, this could certainly be around you switching up your career situation in the future, with the Page of Wands representing a job offer, the Fool representing a powerful new beginning, and the Knight of Wands representing a change or a move in a new direction. And then you being kind of like you showing up here as well with the Strength card. So this could certainly be the case for many of you at this time, if this reading is in alignment with where you are. I do think that if you are moving to a new workplace or a new kind of work situation, I do think some of you are going to feel like the burden is being lifted from your shoulder. I think you'll feel much better. But I think that you'll probably end up continuing to work while throwing like applications out there or cleaning up your resume. I think that some of you will kind of handle or juggle both of those priorities here with this Two of Pentacles. You'll keep your job and also apply, or you'll keep your job and also start a side hustle or start a business or something like that. Five of Cups and the Star, that's a really nice energy because the Five of Cups represents disappointment, but the Star represents total optimism and hope for the future. The Star is also Aquarius energy, but it's this idea of sort of throwing a wish out to the universe and seeing it come in. It's also around a major energy of healing. So I do think in relationship situations, some of you are also getting, if you're here for love, this looks very good. It looks very passionate. It looks like a very good situation here. And I do think that some of you are maybe even walking into a really nice dream connection as well. I do think that this person is probably somebody you already met, but yeah. Love this energy here for you. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.